Hey, what's up guys, Eskazoo here and welcome to episode 9 of Scaling to Glory. In case you missed out the previous episode, be sure to check out the cards in the top right hand corner. Also in the description down below you can find a playlist with every single episode we've uploaded so far to the channel. And also if you're new, make sure to subscribe, feel free to drop a like on the video and do not forget to hit the notification bell. So starting off this game, we came against a very strong side. Mainly French players, but also Neymar, Mbappe and that icon Henry up front, which I think was the second best one. And you can see that we started off great. Yet again, a big mistake from Kepa there. Ball went through his legs, and like I said in the previous two episodes, he hasn't really been performing for me. So definitely a goalkeeper I will be not using again in the future. But yeah, 1-0 down. Then we got a chance here with Steven. Like I said in the previous episode as well, we do need one more goal with him, so that was the main objective we obviously still had to complete. And we also needed to score a chip shot, which we got very close at in the previous episodes, but it's still something we need to do. And coming up against a team like this, I knew it was going to be a big task to complete it, because obviously team-wise it was just difficult to beat. And yeah, the way we started off as well was not the best. And you can see early on into the second half, my opponent did make it 3-0 as well. A decent run from Mbappe, and then the rebound, it was Henry who was able to head it in fairly easy. Then at 80th minute, I tried my best to go on a run here with Steven, but Kondogbia and both Rabiot were just too strong and were able to get me off the ball fairly easy. But then we picked the ball up with Ziyech. Luckily enough, we ended up getting the ball to Steven, but the shot completely went wide. And that's how the game ended. And yeah, not a game to remember really. We did create some chances, but yeah, I knew from the get-go basically that was going to be a difficult game for myself to play. So moving forward with only 2 games left, we came against a squad which his team name was called SBC. So I assumed that he was going to leave early on. But we actually did play this whole game out, funny enough. Usually those kind of people tend to leave at the beginning. But yeah, we actually had a pretty good game, the both of us. We started off here. A chance, obviously, with Steven. Nice reverse elastico there. Goes with a weak foot shot. Just went over the bar. Then at 26th minute, he went on the attack there. Goes for the 1-2 here with Pizzi. Stays calm. And he taps it in the bottom corner to make it 1-0. Give him the lead in the game. A few minutes later, gets himself another chance here with Roberto Pereira. Very nice scissor kick. Just went over the bar as well. Moving forward, we got the ball here with Lavezzi. Nice drag back there. Beating the defender. Roulette beating the defender as well. You can see his defender kind of tracking back. Went with some skill, was inside, took the shot, but we were not able to hit the target. Then moving on into the second half, we start off here with Hulk, 3-touch roulette beating the defender, playing it on through to Lavezzi, who plays it on his turn to Teixeira. Ball roll past the defender, passes it back to Lavezzi, a first time flick up to his scissor kick, and we get ourselves back into the game. Pretty decent goal as well. The first time flick up, just the flick ups in general in FIFA 19 are very overpowered, I feel. Volleys in general are just really easy to score this year. But yeah, first time flick up, definitely something you guys need to kind of use in your playstyle, I think, because it's a really cool way to score, and also a very effective way, because shots like these, for me anyway, they're not really as effective as they used to be. It's just all about finesse shots or volleys, I feel. But yeah, moving on here, another chance from Hulk, this time around from a free kick where we do hit the crossbar. Then we got a fancy shot going there too with Steven, but we hit his defender. Then in the 84th minute, this happened, a perfectly timed tackle there from Rudiger. I pressed A, but it took him way too long to pass the ball. Then from the cross, we cleared the ball away. He picks it up with Bartels on the edge of the box, and he just shoots it into the top corner like it's nothing, whilst standing still as well. So yeah, unbelievable goal to concede that late in the game. And you can see from the stats as well that we only had 1 shot on target, which I think was the goal. But I mean, we hit the crossbar so many times in this game, which was just hilarious to see. I feel anyway that you hit the crossbar this year way too often. It's maybe something they've done on purpose, rather than like shooting the ball wide or just not hitting the target. You hit the crossbar now instead, maybe. I don't know. I read something about it on Reddit, and I thought could maybe be something they done for FIFA 19. But anyway, going into the final game, this is going to be the one where we had to score at least a goal at Steven and a chip shot. Otherwise, yeah, we had to do everything over again basically. And also in this game we started off hitting the crossbar like we haven't hit it enough already. Then from a short corner we got some flicks going here with Mackay Steven. Tried to go for the shot with a weaker foot, but easy save for his goalkeeper. Moving on, yet another chance here with Mackay Steven. Fake Rabona there to a great skill move past the defender. Then ball roll flick to pass to another one. And then we yet again get like one of those freaking inside foot shots. This should have been a goal. Like, if he just took a power shot, it definitely would have been a goal. It was very close to the goalkeeper, and the near post was completely free as well. Just so frustrating to see it. Like, sometimes it still happens to me. I don't know, even after the patch. It's just so dumb. And then in the 45th minute, 47th minute there, extra time, he made it 1-0 from a cross. Also something which is just so OP this year. Whenever you just cross the ball in, it's pretty much almost a goal if you have a tall player inside the box. Then in the second half, another chance with Mackay Steven, which we weren't able to convert. And from a corner, we won the header there with Ziyech. We flicked it up here with Teixeira, and once again we hit the crossbar. Again, still no goal for us. Then 70th minute or 69th minute, a free kick, which I decided to take with Mackay Steven, as obviously the minutes were ticking, and we still needed that goal with him. So, yeah, I was just that desperate to at least get a shot on target with him, but it just flew over too. Then moving on, we made some changes. I think the likes of Botak and also Gilavogi were the players I decided to sub on. Where you can see we did manage to sort of win the ball back, and then I don't know how lucky we got, but we picked it up with Hulk somehow. And we tapped it in with his weaker foot to make it 1-1 and go into extra time. Then 108th minute, a run here from Mackay Steven. A lot of defenders near, and we took the shot there. Goalkeeper saves it. Another chance we were not able to convert with him. Then a few minutes later, Mackay Steven on the ball, fake shot past the defender. You can see he was trying to tackle me, but luckily we went through. We took the chip shot and we were able to convert it. I mean, that late in the game as well, and completing 2 challenges in a row. I mean, I was just so relieved because I was seriously stressing about this because I just couldn't score with Mackay Steven. I don't know, like sometimes you get penalties. I don't think we've had many penalties either with this squad, but getting that goal that late in the game, I mean, it was such a relief. So you can see right there that we don't have any games left. We did everything in the final minutes basically. So yeah, it's also a way to complete all the objectives, but it was a pretty stressful final episode, I guess, for myself anyway. But you can see right there, completed all the objectives, so we can finally move on to the next 5-star skiller. I had high hopes with Mackay Steven playing with the team, but he kind of disappointed me, especially finishing wise, but also has to do something with the inside foot shot bug. Anyway, moving on to the packs, we were allowed to open 2 packs, as we obviously did not have any games left. And in our first pack we got Acosta, a Argentinian winger, which I have used quite a bit before, I think, in previous years. Pretty decent player to have in your starter team. And in the next pack we got, I think, a random Brazilian left back from, I think, Dynamo Kiev. But anyway, guys, that is where we're going to be ending off this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, would be very much appreciated. And in the next episode we are going to be starting off making a squad around the new 5-star skiller, which is Jadon Sancho. One I'm really looking forward to as well. But anyway, I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.